Good morning, my Real News Midday TV family. Thank you so much for tuning in this morning for another news update for Friday, September 26, 2025. And I'm wishing for everyone a wonderful and a productive day. And in the news this morning, Tyler stabbed to death in St. Anne. The St. Anne police are searching for a male suspect in relation to the murder of a man on Wednesday evening. Chad Roy Nash, a 34-year-old Tyler of St. Dacre, Alexandra in St. Anne, died after he was stabbed multiple times. Reports are that about 8:50 p.m., Nash and a teen girl were walking to a nearby shop when he was attacked by a man dressed in a ski mask and armed with a knife. The suspect fled the scene, leaving behind a bag with an identification card inside. Nash was pronounced dead at hospital. The teen was unharmed. Police theorize that the incident stemmed from a love triangle involving Nash, the 16-year-old girl, and the subject. Investigations continue. Court hears Maitland paid a deposit to clean sofa at a car wash. A former supervisor at a Kingston car wash testified on Thursday that Constable Noel Maitland paid her a $2,000 deposit at the business in July 2022 after bringing in a sofa for cleaning. She told the court that Maitland, who she identified in court, arrived in a silver, high-end type vehicle while the sofa was transported separately in a pickup truck. However, during cross-examination, the witness acknowledged that sofa cleaning was not a service offered during her time at the business, though she admitted that she would not be surprised to learn that it may have been provided. The woman testified that the couch was dropped off around lunchtime between 12 p.m. and 1 p.m. on July 13, 2022. She said two other men accompanied Maitland in the vehicle and described what each was wearing. She also stated that the same pickup truck, identified by the company's logo on its exterior, returned to collect the sofa the following day, July 14. During her evidence-in-chief, the witness identified the photographs of several CCTV stills showing the day Maitland allegedly dropped off the sofa. She said she signed the images while at the office of the Independent Commission of Investigations and recalled making notes on them, despite objections from King's Counsel Larry Smith, who argued that the images had not been properly authenticated. The photographs were admitted into evidence. Earlier in the trial, another former car wash employee testified that a man she referred to as a brown man took in a couch on the morning of July 13. She recalled that while she was power washing the sofa using bleach and a degreaser, she saw a substance she described as a blood-like rice grain seeping from it. "I was so frightened," she told the court, recalling that she exclaimed, "Jesus," upon seeing the substance. "I said this man must dead or him bleed out. Look like them kill somebody in it," she added. She also testified that the following day, the sofa was swarming with flies and the area had a strong raw odor. Maitland is currently on trial for the murder and alleged unlawful disposal of his girlfriend, Donna Lee Donaldson, who was reported missing on July 13, 2022. Her mother previously testified that Maitland picked up Donaldson from her home on July 11 and that was the last time she saw her daughter. Donaldson last communicated with her family on July 12. Two delivery men have already testified that Maitland had the couch moved twice. First from his Chelsea Manor apartment in St. Andrew to the car wash, and later from the car wash to an upholstery shop in downtown Kingston. The trial is set to continue on Monday in the Home Circuit Court. Fatal Cherry Tree Lane shooting regrettable. Constabulary force supports body cameras, says the JCF. The leadership of the police force has broken its public silence on the controversial fatal shooting of a Clarendon man last week, saying the situation is most regrettable. Jamar Farquharson, 22, was killed inside his home in Cherry Tree Lane on September 15 after a police team went there to execute a search warrant, according to authorities. It is reported that Farquharson was shot after he reached for a firearm, but a closed-circuit television footage of the incident has raised concerns about that account by the police. The incident has also reignited debate about the use of body-worn cameras for police during planned operations. A statement from the police on Thursday said every police involved encounter that results in a fatality is deeply unfortunate. However, the police cautioned that the facts of what took place on the day Farquharson was killed are to be conclusively determined by an independent investigation. The statement also took issue with the public comments by Assistant Commissioner of the Independent Commission of Investigation, Hamish Campbell, suggesting that it is a perfectly legitimate approach for the Commissioner of Police or the leadership of the police force to speak publicly about the fatal shooting incidents that are under investigation. INDECOM is the body that has oversight responsibility for the security forces. This position is at best disingenuous given repeated public and private concerns raised by INDECOM in the past whenever the GCF has issued a statement or offered a commentary on such matters, the statement said, making reference to the Jamaica Constabulary Force. The police cited previous guidance to the police from INDECOM, cautioning that premature dissemination of information can adversely impact investigations. It is therefore surprising to hear this about a turn. The police restated its support for the use of body-worn cameras by cops and disclosed that the recent procurement process for 1,000 new cameras, the largest single purchase in JCF history, is complete. It said the contracts are with the provider ahead of delivery in the coming weeks. Cop allegedly injured in late-night brawl. What started as a late-night domestic dispute in Barrett Hall, St. James this summer quickly escalated, landing Michelle Scarlett before the St. James Parish Court to answer charges of assaulting a constable and assault occasioning bodily harm. On Wednesday, Scarlett pleaded not guilty when she appeared before Judge Natisha Fairclough Hilton. Court documents indicate that about 11 p.m. on July 19, a policeman responded to a call concerning an escalating argument between Scarlett and her spouse. While attempting to mediate and restore calm, the cop alleged that Scarlett grabbed a chair and struck him in the chest, causing him to lose his balance. The impact reportedly left him with a chest pain, a persistent headache, and a shortness of breath, according to court documents. Scarlett, however, has rejected the allegations outright. In court, she gave a detailed and impassioned account of the night's event, disputing the policeman's version, explaining what sparked the confrontation, and elaborating on incidents not a part of the allegations outlined in court. Following Scarlett's lengthy speech, the court noted that the medical certificate and a statement from another cop on the scene had not yet been submitted. Judge Fairclough Hilton then set the matter for a case management hearing on October 29 and granted an extension of Scarlett's bail. JTA calls for school board to pay Glenmuir High teachers a full salary in 24 hours. The Jamaica Teachers Association says for a second time this year, teachers at Glenmuir High School have not been properly and completely compensated. In a letter seen by the news addressed to the board chairman of the institution, JTA expressed its disappointment and called for the institution to pay staff their full salary in 24 hours. The Glenmuir High School is in breach of the Education Regulation 1980. Such a breach means that the institution is liable for all later charges incurred by staff after 24 hours. Please make good on this payment of staff within 24 hours their full salary so they may meet their financial obligations, JTA said. According to the education regulations, where a teacher's employment begins on the first day of the term and continues for the rest of the month, the teacher shall be paid a full salary in respect of that month. Guys, thanks for watching. Please join us this afternoon at 2 p.m. for another news update.